All right, we are live. Welcome. Uh, Thanks for joining, Cynthia.
Hello, I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. All right, so I think I'll start off by telling the story of how Cynthia and I first got connected. Um, I think Cynthia was tweeting about her dream project to make this Dog-E-Dex.
Yeah,
And for those who don't know, a Dog-E-Dex is like a Pokedex, and a Pokedex is my memory of it in Pokemon is that whenever you meet a new Pokemon, they get added to your Pokedex.
yeah.
Right.
It's sort of like your library of Pokemon that you've met, and then it like reveals which one you've met and gives you like information about each one.
Yeah, awesome. So that, but for dogs, which is a brilliant, brilliant idea. Um, and Cynthia was she was using all these new AI tools to try and build it. And I was trying to help her build it on Valtown. And I realized that there's just so many components that it was just like right outside the reach of what AI tools could help Cynthia do on her own. So that this would be like a perfect format for me to help Cynthia do it and like take notes on where the AI tools, like Valtown in particular, is missing. So, anyways, that's how this all came about. But I want to give Cynthia a chance to tell us more about herself, and then we'll get started.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, I'm Cynthia. I am a product designer professionally. So I would say I'm like pretty familiar with tech, but in some ways I'm like not quite an early adopter of things. And so I was very excited to like have a solid use case to dive into AI. But I guess like more about me, yeah, I'm a product designer. And then I have some like a little knowledge of coding in the way of like very basic like HTML and CSS that I learned in school. But beyond that, it's like I feel like it's evolved a million years since then. Um, and then outside of work, I'm also like a fiber artist. And so I normally do things that are like very tactile and not necessarily in the weeds of like code and on the computer. So this is like an interesting space to flex into something new. And like thankfully there's people like Steve that will like help me because I had no idea what I was doing. And then I was like also very surprised that it just got so much engagement on Twitter. There were so many people that were like really willing to help, which was nice.
Yeah, it's awesome how many found like people are trying to build tools to help someone like you. There are these days. So
Yes. Yeah. There were some people that were like, just learn to code, which I thought was very funny because I was like, that defeats the whole purpose, but we'll just ignore those guys.
yeah. Well, hopefully you'll learn a lot about coding, or at least like the higher level stuff.
Yeah.
So awesome. Let's get started. I think what I want to do is if you could pull up the Fig Jam that we shared, and we're going to whiteboard out the architecture for this project. Yeah, just share a whole window and put it in a tab.
Yeah.
Oh, do you use the Figma desktop app?
I
Or
do. That's why. So
okay, cool.
I can like switch back and forth if that's okay.
All right, great. All righty. That's my little circle. Just to prove that I can edit it too. Great. All right.
I guess like quick question
Yes.
before we dive in. Do you recommend like when trying to build something to sketch it out like this as opposed to just diving into like trying to build?
Um, I don't. I'm only doing this because I really want to work with you on the difference between the front end, the back end, and then your app might need two different databases. So,
Mm-hmm.
and an AI integration. So there are like 5 different components, and you're like
Oh,
like new to programming. So I really want to emphasize how like all the different places stuff is happening. Um,
okay. Okay. That totally makes sense. Because it's like from my end, there's no way I would understand what like databases or like pieces I need. So this is a very helpful exercise.
Nice. Yeah. Um, Yeah, I think if we just went right into code, it would just look like a blob of code, and you wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
like be able to see the 5 pieces that are happening in the code.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So should I start with just, or how should I start?
Yeah, yeah, great question. I think we'll start with the front end. So you could draw like
Okay.
a
Let's say front end.
perfect and awesome. And then we could do like back end server I think is a good next component. Okay, nice. So I guess maybe let's start by like drawing out the front end, what like you roughly want the front end to look like. If you I feel like you have a mock-up or like even an app that like looks vaguely like what you want. So you could just take a screenshot and put it in here, or you could just do a quick mock-up because you're a designer and you can do that fast. Whatever you want.
I've sketches, so let me hear. I'll just do it really quick in a very sort of janky way. All right, here's app screen, and what I'm thinking about is, let's see, how can I do this easily? I promise I'm a designer, guys. Okay, so we have like title here, and then what I was thinking about is maybe, oops, like a, sorry, this is kind of complicated. Okay, so having some sort of hero gallery section of the dogs that you've collected. And then maybe it's like an H scroll thing and you can kind of pan through and these are like your recent ones. And then at the bottom, there could be, I was thinking these would be sort of like the grayed out dog breeds that you haven't collected yet. And so it could be like a placeholder image of just like a I don't know, just a dog icon, or it could be a grayed out image of the actual breed. And then when you actually like take a picture, that's when it turns into your picture and it's in full color.
Nice.
Yeah, so like this is the short list of what you've collected. And then let's see, I like got a new keyboard and I'm not used to the controls, but it looks so cute. Okay, so then you should be able to click on one of these collected dogs. And then let's see, there's like a little back arrow, the name of the breed. Here's like the picture that you uploaded. And maybe if you have multiple, this can also be sort of like swipeable. And then underneath the photo that you've collected, why are you laughing?
It's a lot of complexity to build this, but it's great.
Okay. You let me know what is possible. We can also like, we can break it down.
Yeah, that's like one of the main like one of the main skills that beginner programmers have to learn is like how to scope things. Because like the best, I'm a big believer that the best way to scope something is come up with the smallest possible thing that's like kind of close to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll get there. But it's all like a thing that programmers, we overemphasize that and we like lose sight of the full beautiful designer vision. That's why programmers make things that are so ugly and designers make things that are so hard to build, because like we're on opposite ends.
It's a perfect combo. I love the memes that are like of a designer trying to explain animations to an engineer and it's just like Star Wars sounds and stuff. And I'm like, I fully know I'm insane. I mean, it could even just be like, we don't even need to have this step. It could just be this. And then maybe we don't even, like, it could literally just be a list of dogs and maybe it's just like alphabetized. And as you collect them, that's when they turn into color. And then maybe there's like a little summary up here of like, here's the like total breeds, and then like collected. And then maybe they're like filters of this big list. I feel like that would be a really simple, maybe a simpler version.
Yeah, that's good. I think what we might want to break out into like its own section is like the screens for uploading a photo and how does the upload flow? Like, how does the taking photo / uploading and then and then categorization? Like that's where all the meat is.
I see. Okay. It's interesting to hear like to see what I like gravitate towards and then what you're actually thinking about. Okay, so actually I'm gonna rethink this. I feel like maybe we can move this up, maybe knock this back to be lighter, and then it's just like a big primary action here in the middle, like a floating action button to take a picture.
Cool.
And then that would open the camera. And then in the app screen, after you take the picture, it would be cool if you were able to confirm the photo. Like, here's the picture you took. And be like, identify this dog. Or retake. Maybe there's also something here of like, you can either just like take the picture or upload an image.
I see. Yep.
Yeah, like a standard, I guess, like standard sort of camera controls. I don't know if that's standard, but all right, so then you would hit identify this dog. There would be some sort of cute loading screen. And then it should say something like golden retriever. Maybe like a little description for the breed. And then I think it would be interesting to have some like metadata of like, where did you collect this dog? And then it's like location, time. I don't know. You could like add notes or something.
That's awesome.
And then you would hit, I feel like I'm doing a design exercise, but like a fun one for an interview.
Yeah, it's great.
Collect this dog, and then you would go back here, and it would be, in color.
It's interesting because, like, you could almost imagine, or not almost imagine, like instead of the current interface to AI that Valtown has, like this chat interface, you could imagine an AI, like just replace me with an AI, but like instead of me just like sitting here watching, it could be like building an app as you're talking and like I think that's where things are going. Like an app could be like as you're talking and going, like an app's just being built and you're like testing the app. Yeah, I think the gap between what you're doing and actual running code is going to keep getting smaller and smaller.
That would actually be really cool. I've seen, I don't know if they're real products, but it's like you just draw a rough sketch and then it turns it into like a full fidelity, like drawing or painting or whatever. And so maybe that's the same thing here where like as I'm walking things out, it can like build it. That would be amazing. If I could just like drop in wireframes.
There's so much context that you're saying with your voice though, but that's also no problem for AI to, transcribe what you're saying and the time that you're saying it and your mouse. Like, anyways, we're still pretty far away from that, but we can imagine it. Anyways, okay, I think this is plenty to start like jumping into code, and then we can come back.
Cool.
Well, actually, it's plenty to start like mapping out at least the architecture, and then we can jump into code.
Okay.
So yeah, this is awesome. From a scope perspective, I'm like constantly thinking about like where to cut scope and how to just get the simplest thing that you're going to be like, wow, cool. That's like a working thing. That's like an approximation of what I'm talking about. And then we can build features on top of it. So I think there are two ways we can go. One is we can cut the AI and it could just be something that is like a photo journal that like collects photos.
Oh, like you would enter in the dog breed as opposed to it recognizing for you.
Yeah, I would start even simpler. It's just you take a photo and it saves the photo and lets you view the photo. And then the very first thing we add on top of that is notes, and then you can like track attributes in addition to the dog photo. So first just storing photos, then storing photos and notes, and then adding in the AI integration to auto fill that dog breed field. So that's like one progression.
Mm-hmm.
Another
That makes
progression.
sense. Sorry, I was just thinking like the other thing I like once I actually started thinking about this, like I have no idea what to do is for each person to have their own unique set of like dogs. It's like not everyone is like sharing one set,
Mm,
right? Does
uh,
this make sense? Does that
of
make
course,
sense?
user accounts.
Yeah.
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 Well, you're in luck. I just built these amazing helper functions that, like, in 30 seconds you can add user accounts. So we'll build the whole app without user accounts, and at the very end
Okay.
we'll just add them on, and
Oh, amazing.
yeah, we should be fine, more or less. 30 seconds to add it, and then we'll have to do some configuring. But yeah,
Okay.
that part will be easy to like
Oh,
slap on
great.
at the end. Okay. So that's one progression. I think that's probably where we should go. That it's like it just stores photos so you can view them, and then you could store metadata with those photos, and then we can add an AI integration to autofill the metadata for the breed.
Okay.
That's one progression. Another
Yeah.
progression, if you wanted to go right to AI, we could instead build a app that doesn't even store the photo. It just lets you upload a photo and then it tells you the breed. So we could go straight to AI if you think that's more exciting. That works too. It really doesn't matter which one we start with.
Um, hmm. I'm thinking like what is the more I feel like maybe the more interesting slash valuable part is for people to be able to keep their photos. And
Cool.
so maybe the first route is the
Great.
one to
Let's do
go.
it. Okay. Awesome. So so yeah, these screens are fine. I think we're just going to draw some arrows to the back end, and then we're going to need to also draw an arrow to a data storage mechanism. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think you'll have a pretty good idea of when we'll need to like store the photo, which screen that would be. I
Um, here?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I guess,
Yeah.
like, between those 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's say, the one you circled. Yeah, we'll draw an arrow from there to the back end server.
Uh, ooh.
Huh.
Okay. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah,
We'll just do
that
this for
works
now.
great.
Okay.
And then you can make, like, a piece of text that says, like, slash, here, I guess maybe I could do it. Oh, no, you got it. Just like, slash save or something like that, yeah.
Slash save. Okay.
So, like, that's the URL that we're gonna we're gonna send the photo to on the server.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So what's confusing about the front end and the back end is that they're all of these all these front end UI designs you have will
Hmm.
also have. We don't have to give them all URLs, but they could have URLs on the front end, and then there'll be some URLs on the back end. Um,
What does it mean to have a URL?
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great question. So the core of I guess I have to kind of do like web servers 101 or like HTTP 101.
Yes.
Great. So the way the internet works is through servers. So we'll like play a little game. You're going to be you're like the person using a web browser, and I'll be the server.
Uh-huh.
So um, let's say your app, do you have a name for the app? I guess just doggydex.com, we could say.
Dog-E-Dex. Yeah.
Doggydex.com. Okay. So you go to doggydex.com. And so I, as your web server, I, as the web server
Hmm.
so I am doggydex.com. So when you go to your URL and type in doggydex.com, what I see as the web server is a GET request
Hmm.
for the slash route. The slash route is just is implied when there's like nothing after the URL. It's implied that it's just like slash.
Okay.
And so
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so you type get slash, and then sorry, I see what I see as a web server is get slash, and so how do I want to respond to a get request to the home screen? I want to return HTML to your browser to render the home screen. So I
Mhm.
return like H1 and whatever it is to like render a home screen. That's kind of the end of the story until you maybe
Mhm.
click a link, and then I'll see like get/dog/1, or I'll see get/login. And when you click on links, I as your web server will like see what link you want and then construct the HTML and then send you the HTML. That's the basics of how servers work. Like
Mhm.
you're asking another computer on the internet for it's almost like you're browsing a file system, but the file system is because that's what the paths are like. They're kind of based
Mhm.
on the file system. It's like you're browsing a file system, but on another computer.
So, from my limited understanding, I'm like trying to understand like
Yeah,
when to use different products, and like
yeah,
I know Valtown can do backend
yes,
server stuff, and then there's other products. Is it okay for me to talk about other
of
products?
course, yeah,
Okay, like Anthropic is front end only.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, this is where things get confusing and interesting. Um, you ask for get slash, and then I return a bunch of HTML and CSS and JavaScript. What I can do if I want, and which I think what we're going to do is actually, well, anyways, we'll work on it.
Okay.
What I can do is return a fully client-side React app, a single page app.
Mhm.
And what a single page app means is that that app will hijack all the links. So when you click on a link in a single page app, the server, don't even know about it. The link, the front end is like, I don't need to go to the server to ask it to make new HTML. The React app, am smart enough on the client, on the front end, to rewrite the HTML without having to go back to the server.
Okay. I think I'm following. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, so the web 1.0 is that every time you click a link, it would go all the way back to the server and then all the way back to the client. But like the new world of client-side only React apps, they live only on the client. They don't need to go to the server. And so Anthropic artifacts are
Mhm.
that's what they do. They are fully on the client. There's no server involved.
Mhm. But then there are limitations to what that can do once
Exactly.
we want to actually like store data. Is that where the limit
So
is?
an app that's client-side only means
Uh-huh.
that the app doesn't leave your computer.
Oh. Oh, okay. So it's like I'd be building something, but I wouldn't be able to like share it with someone else to use?
Yep, that's one limitation. Another limitation is that anything that would be stored would have to be stored on your computer.
Oh, okay. That's not good. For
Yeah,
this use case, for this use case. Yeah.
yeah, for this use case.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You want things to be stored like in some cloudy place, right? Like
Yeah.
some database somewhere. You don't really care where, but you don't want it to be on your computer. You want it to be like stored
Yeah.
on in the cloud somewhere. So
Okay.
that's yeah,
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you for explaining.
yeah, of course. Yeah, client-side apps are trapped in the browser of the person using them.
Oh, okay.
But you need to like your this app needs to poke holes out of the browser, out of your computer into Valtown's computer, and then Valtown will then send your data to other services to persist them. Uh,
Is this something where like I could write a prompt with the app idea, and then is Valtown able to come back and be like, here are the different services you need? Because I think like that is something I wouldn't know how to figure out.
yeah, the short answer, I would, I was hoping the answer would be yes, and that like I
Mhm.
tried to make your app myself, and I was like, ah man, like Valtown is just like falling down here. It's like
Mhm.
too many pieces, and I have a feeling that most apps would kind of fall down on like all the different pieces. Anyway,
Yeah.
maybe some code gen tools could do it, but Valtown is just not able to handle all the different pieces of this.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, it's interesting. Like in my head, I thought this was a very simple product, and so even like if if Valtown was like, hey, this is actually like really complicated because you need like this piece and this piece and this
Yeah,
piece, like that alone would be very helpful because then I'd be like, oh, like which tool should I use and like all of
yeah,
those things.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, a big part of this is just showing you all the complexity underneath what seems so simple.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay. So, so this save. I'm actually going to change it to say post save. So what I was saying before, like a get request for this is a different kind of request. It's a post request. So browsers or like HTTP is the underlying protocol, and there are different HTTP methods. Um,
Hmm.
and so one is the one that you remember in your browser, or just in your browser. Most of the time, you're just clicking on links. You're having a good old time. You know, sometimes when you hit the back button, it says like, "Do you want to like? Are you sure you want to resubmit this form?"
Yeah.
So what happened there is that what you made a post request. When you hit the back button, you're asking the browser to send a post request again. But before a
Hmm.
browser send post request again, they check with you. They're like, "Are you sure you want to do this thing?" So
Mm,
most of the time when you browse the internet, you're just doing get requests. But when you were like taking an action, that's a post. And so that's why it's like it's a submission of a thing.
I see. Okay. And
Okay.
then is that tied with the data storage, like you're submitting into a thing?
No, not yet. You're just
Okay.
submitting to the backend server, and so now the
I
server could
see.
do it
Okay.
whatever it wants. And what we want the server to do in this case is send the image to what is called blob storage, BLOB. So we'll need yeah. So you could rename that to blob storage because we might have another kind later.
Oh, okay.
And so we'll great. So blob storage is a lot like a file system in the cloud. So all you have to do is give it a name and give it a file, and then it will store that file for you for it's kind of like Dropbox. You could think of it. You just have to
Oh,
give it a
okay.
name. You have to give it a name, and then it'll store that file. So we could say, um, let's see. Oh, and like now we're getting into like database design kind of stuff. Like
Hmm.
all we get to do forever is like name this file. So we better come, and then if we want to retrieve it later, we have to retrieve it by its name. So like the name better
Mm,
be something good. So like what's the identifying thing we want to use for the name? I don't think we don't have really any information about it at this point.
hmm.
That's like that interesting.
Yeah.
So I think we might just like name it like one, or like give it a random ID, something like that.
If sorry, I'm
So
trying to think of how to ask this question. So, like at this stage, all it is just an image that we are saving. But
yeah.
if we were to do this at this stage where it's like tied to a breed or something, then does that change how we would want to name it?
It's a great question. Yes, the question is, yeah, like where do we store all this data? So if it were
Mhm.
me, the way that I would do it is I would also bring in another data storage at the same time, uh,
Okay.
because basically because there are two kinds of data storages in general, and Valtown offers them both. And so one is called blob storage, and the other one is called SQLite, and it's a SQL
Hmm.
database. And this kind of corresponds to like the two kinds of data storage in the world, like SQL and NoSQL, non-SQL. Um, SQL databases are like just really long spreadsheets. And so all the column, you could have an ID column, you have a breed column, you can have a timestamp column. So before, when you were laying out the different like metadata, that maps to SQLite columns. And so
Hmm.
what we could do is every time the user uploads a photo, we can create a new row in the SQLite database to represent that image. But I don't know if we could technically store the image also in SQLite, but it's
Uh-huh.
not built for that. Blob storage is built for like big files. SQLite's built for like small metadata. Blob storage is built for big files. That's
Okay.
that's how things are built. We can, if we just like, I think it might be really smart to avoid SQLite, especially for this first version, and just put
Yeah.
everything in blob storage.
Okay.
That's like a really, really common path. Like I've had a lot of arguments with people on the pedagogy of SQLite versus blob storage when you're teaching beginners. And
Mhm.
I think the path we should take is, yeah, let's ignore SQLite, shove everything to blob storage, and then maybe later we can upgrade you to SQLite.
That sounds great. I will not argue back. That sounds
Great.
awesome.
Okay. Okay. So I think so blob storage is a file system, so we can like
Mhm.
name it like slash photos slash, and then we can just like we could put the date here. We could put a random ID. I think like the date is a good thing to put here, like a timestamp.
If I were to take oh, timestamp is not just date, it includes like actual time, right? So if I took multiple pictures in a day, it would still be okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are a lot of different ways to represent a like exact millisecond in time. My
Mhm.
favorite is, it's going to sound arbitrary. It's going to sound like a joke. Is the number of milliseconds from 1970?
Okay.
It's called the Unix. It's like the standard programmer timestamp. And what's really
Mm,
lovely about it is it's just a really big number, and
mhm.
it's very easy to work with. Other
Okay.
timestamps are like less. They can be more complicated to work with. So it'll actually, let's go to Valtime for the I'll share my screen actually and go to Val10 real quick.
Okay. Do I need to stop sharing?
No. You stay where you are, and I'll do all the
Okay,
work here.
cool.
So I'll just remove yours and add mine. So I'm gonna open up a new script val, and I'll just do
I'm still
console.
seeing Fig
Oh,
Jam, I think.
yeah, you're right. Add mine, and we're
There
good.
we go.
Cool. Let me make it big. Okay, so console.log date.now. This is, if you hover over it, you'll see it says returns the number of milliseconds elapsed. Oh, can you see that?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
hover over, yeah. Returns the number of milliseconds elapsed since midnight, January 1st, 1970 UTC.
So
What's
funny.
also nice about this is that it's irrespective of time zones. It's like it really is
I
a,
see.
a good thing. Um,
Okay.
and it's just this big long number. So I'm going to copy and paste this and put it in here. I'll stop sharing my screen, and then I'll put your thing back on there, and then I will put it in here. So it'll look just like that.
Cool.
And then like maybe we'll want to even do like dot JPG, because it like to make it really clear what kind of file it is.
Mhm.
Okay. We're almost ready to code.
Okay.
The last part is, now we want, if you go, if you see where my mouse is, I don't know if you can go
Mhm.
to my mouse quickly here.
Oh, yeah, I can
Uh,
just follow you.
yeah, so this screen, now we're going to do this part of this screen. So now we want to actually show, so we've saved the image. Now we want to retrieve the image to show the user their dog.
Mhm.
So what we're going to need, can you make a copy of this thing?
Yeah.
Great. And so we'll just do like get slash photo. Great. I think we'll just slash get.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
actually.
My cat is here. It
Oh,
scared
lovely. So we'll just do get slash photos, and this will just get a list of all the photos. And then uh, I think that's kind of enough for now. Maybe we'll start with, yeah, I guess maybe we'll need both. All right, so get slash photo and get slash photo. So we'll need to get the list of all the photos, and then we'll need to allow you to get the single photo. So um,
Is that like arrow from here to here then?
uh,
Like, is that how it works?
it depends how we want to do this. I think the real way to do it is, um, we save the image in blob storage, here, hold on one sec. Yeah, so we save the image here, and
Mhm.
then we can return a response back to the front end. So we have to draw an arrow back from here to here till I say like,
Oh.
yep, like save successfully. And then, oh, maybe it doesn't let you.
Oh no, I'm like, have we reached the...
Okay, nice. And then we have to go back to the front end. From here, go back to the front end here. So we'll forget about this for now.
Okay, so then this goes,
Yeah.
but it's on this screen now.
So it goes to the other screen to tell it. It's going to tell this screen like, hey, I saved it, and the ID I just saved is 178. You know, it's gonna tell the front end the ID of the photo it saved, and then that's gonna and then the front end's gonna be like, okay, sure, like now give me that photo, and then this one will like make request to get the photo.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm here.
Yep.
And then when I hit save or whatever, it goes to the server, does
Yep.
post/save, and then saves that particular image into blob storage.
Yep.
Which then goes back to this screen.
It lets that screen know like the photo was saved and here's the ID of that photo. And
Oh,
so
okay. So it's sort of like a confirmation, but it doesn't show
yes.
until like this screen. Okay.
So now what I'll do is like we can do you know /photo. So the front end route for it will look like kind of like this as well.
Mm-hmm.
So each of these front end screens will also have URLs in theory. So like this one would be /get/upload or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a generic upload screen. And then once it's successful, it'll redirect to it'll redirect to like another screen maybe with the ID involved or something along those lines. I guess right now I'm getting a little bit too much into the details because as long as you have like the general structure in mind, we can let AI maybe like do most of the magic. But like the key, yeah, I think this is maybe like a decent place, and we'll like the rubber will hit the road once we're coding.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank
Okay,
you
so
for explaining all this.
yeah, my pleasure. Okay, so unshare or your fig jam and share Valtown and go to Townie.
Okay. Sorry, I need to get all my...
Yeah, take your time. And in the meantime, I will surface this wonderful comment from your friend Jordan Scales, who's excited to see you here.
Jordan! Hi.
He did it 3 minutes in. This is very belated. If anyone else is watching, please comment. It's so much more fun if people comment. So I would even just to say hi. It's very fun.
Mom, are you here? Say hi. She's probably like, how do I comment?
Yeah, wherever you're watching, if you're on Twitter, there's a place to comment, and if you're on YouTube, there's a place to comment.
Okay, sorry, let me stop this and then what? Oh, here it is. Okay. Present screen window.
Ian wants you to bring back the cat.
Oh, that's my partner. Okay. Cool.
Lovely.
This is up.
Nice. So go on to Townie. Nice. Okay, awesome. So man, maybe zoom in like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. This is my new keyboard. There we go.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, why don't you take a stab at like describing just like, you know, don't give it the whole context, just give it the we're building a photo saving app, a personal photo saving app.
Should I like write this as if we didn't just do that exercise, like what I normally would have written?
Sure.
Or
yeah.
okay. can you please an app that allows me to how I'm like, how do I write this out? That is formatting okay? Like bullets?
Yeah, great.
Okay. Can you please code an app that shows all the dog breeds in a grayed out state?
Maybe so I would skip that part. I would
Oh,
I would
okay.
just make it a photo, an app that lets you, like, it's almost like Instagram or like your personal photos app.
That lets you upload a photo,
Saves it to blob storage, you could say.
saves the photo to blob storage,
You could say with the
and
Unix timestamp as the key.
with the Unix timestamp as the key.
And
And
maybe, yeah, that's fine. We'll start there.
okay. Is that it? Or should I say, and
And
then
then
I can
view all my
like retrieve
photos.
it
Yeah.
and allows me to view all the photos I've uploaded.
Okay.
Why is it called Valtown, by the way?
In JavaScript, there's a function called eval that lets you. It's a function that runs code, and Valtown is a service that runs code. And I was calling, so it's like it used to be called evaltown, but I shortened it to val, and we call all these snippets vals.
Oh, cute. Okay,
Okay.
cool. I always think this is like magic.
This app allows you. Yeah, I don't. Here, if you go into the code for. Oh, yeah, I think it might work. Yeah, I guess give it a try.
Of like upload a photo.
Yeah.
What are these?
Yeah. I don't know. We could look into the code and see like what it looks like, random placeholdery things.
Okay, I'm just gonna start with a dog picture someone shared. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like if it's doing anything. That's funny. You could
Is
hit the
it
refresh
doing
button and see if it
here?
saved. I don't think it did, but yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
You could say like remove all the placeholders and actually save the photo when I upload one.
And actually save the photo. That sounds so passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Can you just do your job?
So what just happened is a townie bug. It like gave you the instructions. So just write back like reply with full working code. Yeah. It's hard to get it to do that sometimes. It wants to be like a person, not a like you're like it was trained to be like a person, like, you would do this and do that. Like, and we're like, no, like code for me.
Oh, I see. So was it like just sharing a snippet of the code as opposed to like the full working code?
It was yeah, sharing snippets of code.
Gotcha.
It doesn't look better. Weird. Maybe if you could scroll up for a sec and copy and paste your last message to it, not that one, the one before.
The like full,
Yeah, this one, and then go scroll, and then click on the name of this thread and click start new chat. Yeah, and then paste that in and hit enter. What I'm doing there is like clearing the context.
I see. Is it like the past context can influence or
Yeah, and it's just
I don't
like
know.
more for the AI to focus on, and where it's like focus on what I'm telling you now. That didn't work either. why don't you do the same thing again, start a new chat, and then paste the thing you just said again, and then do comma, like reply with full code, no diffs.
Full code, no what?
DIFFS, diffs.
Yeah, no diffs.
Yeah, it's a bummer that you're running into like a bunch of towny rough edges right in the beginning. I'll explain what a diff is. So like waiting for this code to regenerate all the code, including the CSS and everything that didn't change, is kind of annoying. And so the idea we came up with is, what if we got it to just tell us what changed? But sometimes it doesn't do a good job with that. So all right, let's see.
I see.
Okay, so anyways, those photos, interesting. Anyways, try and upload something again, and we'll see how it goes. I wonder what's going on with those placeholders. All right, so maybe something changed. Interesting. Yeah. All right. Go and I think we just have to go into the code.
Okay.
And this will give me a good chance to like show you how everything like maps together. If you could zoom in a couple more times, or just maybe one more time. Cool. All right, so scroll up to the top and I'll walk you through how the code works. Yeah, that would be good. All right, there's some just imports at the top. Then on line 5, it starts like this React component. All right, we can ignore the first couple lines. On line 13, we're getting that's like a function to get the photos. We could scroll past that. On line 20, this is the function to handle the upload. So we could scroll down and all right, so it's uploading. This is the like post request I was talking about to like save the photo.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, and so after it uploads it, then it gets the photos. All right, and then here are the photo gallery. Here are all the photos. Cool. That looks good. Yeah, it looks all pretty fine. You might actually have some photos in your blob storage, which is kind of interesting. All right, anyways, we can keep scrolling down, get the photo. Okay, so scroll up a little bit. Blob.set key await photo.array buffer. That might be the problem. But anyways, blob.list, that looks good. If action is view, get key. All right, scroll down a little bit. Get key. Response photo. Okay, yeah, it looks all pretty good. If you scroll up to like, it has like the right structure. If you could delete await photo.array buffer, where it says await photo.array buffer, just put photo there.
Here.
Yeah, just put type photo there. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, interesting. No, yeah, just hit save. That's fine.
Save.
And then preview. And then we could try uploading a photo one more time. And then I have another idea. Let me scroll to the bottom, see if it's there. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is, let's just create a new. Let's see. Okay. One sec. Okay. I'm gonna send you a link in the private chat to this thing called Blob Admin. So yeah, put that link in. Yeah, nice.
Wait. What's
nice.
happening?
Okay, great.
Here we go. Okay.
Cool. So hit the fork button. And then, oh, interesting. Okay, can you refresh the page?
Yeah.
Oh, can you hit the button that says HTTP deprecated? And
this one.
And then just make it say HTTP. Okay, cool. Okay, so click on the API. Maybe open it in a new page, in a new window. There's like a button.
API token.
Yeah, command click that. And then click on the copy button for your token. All right, and then paste it in there. Okay, so what we've done.
Wait, I
Yeah,
paste it here?
yeah. So this is a dashboard to your own blob storage. That's what we're looking at now.
Oh.
So yeah, so I made a dashboard for my blob storage, and you forked it to your account, and it's password protected by your Valtown API token. So anyway, so now we're in a blob storage dashboard, so we can see. So the reason there were all those images weren't placeholders like I thought. They were from past
Oh, they're
attempts.
like past, yeah, past attempts of me trying to build this.
Yeah, totally. So why don't you click on one of them and we can maybe inspect it. It looks like you're saving images, which is awesome.
Oh,
And they look kind of like images.
this looks like an image. This looks right. I'm
Um,
scared. I'm like, I've given myself a virus.
yeah. Well, it looks like that's how binary data is represented when it's forced to be represented as text.
Oh, okay.
It looks kind of like that. And all right. So, anyways, I think where we're getting stuck is like we're saving images fine. Where we're getting stuck is serving images, like the actual showing the images.
Yeah.
So
Gotta go back to.
yeah. Well, actually, let me see. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go back. And then can you right click on an image and inspect element? Ooh, okay. Yeah. So over on the right, there's a blue. Oh, interesting. That's fine. Cool. And then if you put your cursor up, there's like keep going up, and the word elements. So there's a button to the left of the word elements.
Button to the left of elements.
Yeah, so click that button, great, and then click on the button to the left of that button. And then that lets you select elements. So great, select that one, perfect. And then if you can, all right, cool. So those are the names of the blobs. So that all looks good. Why don't you click on that? Yeah, click on that link.
Oh.
So if we do our, maybe command click it, we want to like go to that link.
Open tab.
Nice, cool. Oh, interesting.
Well,
I think that downloaded something. Can you go to your download folders? Interesting. I wonder, like, what might be happening is like we're doing everything right, but we're forgetting like the extension, and so the browser doesn't know what kind of file it is. Like we need .jpg.
Oh. Is that like we should see the .jpg after this number here?
Maybe. Yeah, it's a bummer we're getting stumped on something like so simple, but anyways,
I've definitely tried this before on Valtown, and it like has done it. So
oh yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And then like there's issue like the first time I upload something, it shows up, and then later on there's like some issues of like pulling it up again. But like for the first time, it definitely works. I never like ran into this before.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've run into this a bunch of times, and maybe I should have solved it before the stream. But I wanted to do it live because to show you like how like a realistic way programmers do it.
Yeah, totally. Is this something where I could be like, the pictures are not showing up? Can you find what's wrong?
Why don't we go to the console and see if we can get a little bit more clues? But the short answer is yes. But let's see. Okay, those are just Valtown errors. Can you go to the network tab? So beside the sources, yeah. So click on that, and then click on network. Oh, great, you got it. And then go click the X button. Put your mouse right above filter. There's like a clear button. So click that.
This one?
And yep. And then all the way to the left of the screen, there's a refresh button on the page. So let's reload the page and see what network requests are being made. Okay, amazing.
Mhm.
So those are all the blobs that are being loaded. We see like all the images, like they're right there. They're being loaded and they're being found. And click on it. Yeah, click on one of them. One of them wasn't being found. Click on preview. Come on, be there. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess click on any of them. Interesting. Yeah.
Because these have the dot.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, click on
Oh wait,
payload.
payload.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Click on response. No data available. Interesting. Interesting. Can you go back to the code? Yeah. Let's see.
Element?
Oh no. In Valtown, there's code.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're blob. Okay. Scroll down to keep going. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Return new response photo. So that doesn't look right. So hover over the word photo. Oh, okay, cool. So delete delete everything after the word return. Like keep delete the next line too and the line after that. And then just delete that and then just do photo. Yeah. Oh no, just do photo. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
I think
okay.
just photo by itself. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, try that.
Semicolon?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and just go to
Save.
preview. But yeah, maybe.
There we go.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so
Amazing.
what happened? Oh, but why is this must be the one that was an error.
Yeah,
That we saw
exactly.
elsewhere. Okay.
What happened? How do I explain what went wrong? Kind of like a
Or maybe if it's not relevant, it's okay.
Yeah. It's we could skip over. It's not that interesting, probably. Okay. Amazing. You can upload photos. Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna try uploading another one. And then beautiful.
Yeah.
Exciting. Cool. Okay.
Great. And then can you click on any of them or go to their page?
I don't think so. I don't think we told them to do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We can do that next. Yeah, we can say like, let me click on a dog and go to its page or a photo or whatever. Cool.
Can I say that?
Perfect.
Okay.
There is one potential townie bug that might happen. We'll see. Sometimes it like undoes the code that you do. Like it gives you code, and then like we went and fixed the code. And sometimes it'll be like, nah, I liked it better when I did it.
Very human.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then we can either we could just go in and make the fix again. Yeah. Let's go in and make the fix again. And then
so in code, and then it was in
lower all the way down.
Oh, wait, no, lower.
A little higher. View, return. Okay, no, it is returning the photo.
Oh, return photo here.
It is doing it. Go back to preview again. Oh, okay. Weird. Okay, it was just a weird blip. Can you try clicking one? I think we're maybe. Can you scroll up on the left? I want to see what version. Oh, interesting. Yeah, see, it says version 5. Things just got out of sync here. So click on version 5. Yeah, revert to version 5. Great. Click on that, and then click revert, and then click OK. Yeah, sorry about this UI. I'm gonna have my team watch this stream. Okay, cool. Now go back to code, and now
code.
And now cool.
What is that
So
password
a
again?
little, yeah. So on line 116, we have to do that
Oh,
fix
change
again.
this
Yes.
to photo.
And then preview. Okay. Nice. And now click on one of them, maybe.
Oh, nice. Yes. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Now
Yay.
hit start new chat because we don't want to have to like fix that bug again. So now it's going to like forget about all the past versions. It's only going to know about from here forward.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Anyways.
random thought.
Yes.
When I would definitely be really afraid to click start new chat
I
because
know.
I would think I would lose
I
everything.
know. I
Okay.
totally agree. I feel like we've uncovered like weeks of UI fixes and like prompting fixes just in this the first hour.
Well, I'm
All
glad
right.
I could help.
Okay, so now I think the next thing is like saving extra metadata with these images.
Hmm.
That sounds like a good thing to me.
Is it saving or surfacing?
Yes, both of those things.
Oh, both. Okay. Okay.
Like just like with images, so we're going to save the metadata in the same way that we save the images to blob storage. So it'll be like the same stuff basically. We'll have to save
I
stuff
see.
and then retrieve it to show it to you.
Oh, okay. I assumed it was already like saved as part of this, but you have to like ask it to save. Is that right?
Sorry, what
You
did you
have
think was
to
already?
you have to specifically ask it to save the metadata. Is that right?
Well, like extra, like I think it saves some metadata, like timestamp and
Uh-huh.
things like that. But if you wanted to add extra metadata, like dog breed and
Oh, I see. Okay.
notes or whatever you want, like if you want to save extra fields, that's going to be like a new file in your blobs. You could so imagine blob storage is like a folder in the cloud, like a Dropbox, and
Hmm.
right now you just have a bunch of images in it. And what we're going to do is for each image, we're going to create like a .txt file, like a text file or a Word doc, and inside that they're going to be like notes. That's the metadata. That's how we're going to save the
I see.
metadata. And so
Okay.
we'll
Cool.
name that metadata to correspond to the name of the image. So like if the image is
Okay.
named whatever blah, then we'll name the thing like blah.txt or blah. Well, we're going to save it as like structured data, so we're going to save it as JSON, which you probably have heard of.
I've heard of it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So all of so like we're using blob storage and you mentioned things like SQL, SQLite and stuff. Is that like stuff to pay for? I'm like, what are all these services that I'm using?
Yeah. Great. Excellent question. The short answer is blob storage is provided, like a lot of cloud providers have a blob storage offering. It was
Uh-huh.
the very first cloud offering ever, arguably, was when AWS offered S3, which is their blob storage product.
Mm.
And Cloudflare has a competitor to S3 called R2, and it's like a pun because R is before S and 2 is before 3. And so whatever, this is a random implementation detail, but Valtown uses R2 for blob storage. We'll probably move to S3
Hmm.
to be honest. So that's what we use for blob storage, and it's on Valtown's account. It's like we are the ones who pay Cloudflare for the blob storage,
Mm.
and we give Valtown free users, which I think you are, like an amount of blob storage, and then
Hmm.
we give Valtown Pro users more blob storage. So it's like
I see.
a bundle, and it's like a freemium bundle.
I see. Okay. I was thinking it would be very cool if like whatever program, whether it's like Anthropic or Valtown, like if there is some service, like to be able to just like pay for it through here instead
Yeah,
of me having to like go somewhere else and do it. Cause I realized or I learned that I needed some API to be able to recognize dog breeds. And then that was like a whole thing to figure out how to set
totally.
up. So if I could
Yeah.
just do it like a code
Totally.
here, that'd be
Yes.
cool.
So why don't you open up a new tab and go to docs.val.town.
Docs.val.town.
So the Valtown standard library is 5 paid services that are really commonly used that we like bundle in and just give you access to for like a small amount for free with like no setup. That's like one of our best attributes, is that we just give you like batteries included, like all the things you might need: SQLite, blob storage, a little bit of OpenAI, which we'll use for the recognizing of the dog. It's like it's all here. You don't have to set anything up. All you have to do is get the code right.
Oh, amazing. Okay, this is great. This is stuff like would have no idea how to do. Okay, that's very cool. What am I doing? Okay, I'm going back here. So now we want it to do the metadata part.
Yes.
So do I say like, can you, I always feel like I have to say, can you please save metadata when I upload a photo? Is that?
I would say like when I click on a dog, or maybe you could say in the modal, I want the ability to upload metadata about the dog.
Wait, I want to be able to upload metadata.
Or save metadata about the dog. Yeah.
The breed.
And maybe like notes.
Location.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. And then just so that it doesn't use SQLite, say like save it in blob storage with a name that corresponds to the name of the photo. All right.
Save it in blob storage with a name. So it's saving the metadata with a name that corresponds with the name of the photo. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. We could have left that out. You could have just said saved in blob storage, and then it would have probably done that itself.
Yeah.
But like the way it'll, so as soon as this is done, we're going to try and add the metadata, and hopefully it'll work. And if it does, then we're going to go back to your blob admin view, and so then you'll be able to see in blob storage everything laid out.
Okay. Is there any way that like while it's working, it's showing the code, but is there any way to show like a visual equivalent of it building things?
That's a great question. Maybe let's try it, and then I'll answer that question. It's not a quick answer.
Okay. Okay. So
yeah, just click on a dog.
and then I can enter. Okay. Yay! Golden retriever, location, a field. Very cute. Save metadata. Okay, so I can click this.
And then
nice.
Click the refresh button to make sure that it's like really there. Because it might just be
refresh.
All right, it's really there. Awesome. So
now
now go to your blob admin. And then just hit the refresh button on that as well.
Okay.
Cool. So we're looking for, maybe scroll to the bottom. It might just be like at the bottom because it's like the newest one.
Metadata here.
Yes, exactly. And you see how the name corresponds to the name. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, very cool.
And so click on it, the metadata one.
So cool.
And so why don't actually, yeah, I was going to say we could, maybe hit the refresh button again. I think there might be like an edit button. Yeah, scroll to the bottom. And scroll to the right. Oh, sorry. You could right click and then click back. But I need to put a back button on this, obviously. And then scroll to the right, and then edit. And then just edit, add an exclamation point to one of these, and then hit save at the bottom. and then go back to your app, and then you'll see, and then you'll have to refresh the page to see the.
Cool. This is very random, but just like, why is this a different styling compared to this one?
That is. Well,
Like it's a
so
different font.
oh, it might be related to the fact that one is an input field in HTML and the other one's a text area. That's just a random guess.
Oh,
We could look into the code.
it's okay.
Uh,
Okay, save. Wait, can we
okay.
try the AI identification now?
Yes, I think it is time.
Yeah, okay.
So first things first, start a new chat. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, where do you want to put that? Yeah, where I think probably the easiest place would be to add a button in the modal that says like identify breed, and then you could say when the photo is being uploaded, auto identify the breed and fill that in the metadata. Either one.
Let's do that one. Okay, so when I upload a photo, can you please auto identify the dog breed
And fill in the metadata.
data?
Using ChatGPT. Perfect. Oh, and before you do this, hold on one sec. I have a helper function. For some
What is the
reason,
helper function?
a helper function is like a utility piece of code.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Is it just
basically,
sort of like a shortcut that you made?
do you ever like design a button and then like you're like making a like in your design job, and then you're like making a new app and you're like, oh, like I have this beautiful pretty button that I know is perfect for this. And you go and copy and paste that button in.
Oh, yeah. It's like a component that already exists
There
and
you
you
go.
reuse. Okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
cool.
So I've seen AI mess this up like a million times, and I got it working one time, and so I like have that saved, and so I want to give you that um, piece of code so we just get it right on the first time.
Love. I love a cheat code.
Exactly. Uh, to basics. One sec. Yeah, it would be awesome if I could like somehow make it so that someone who's doesn't have me with them could like figure this out. But like, yeah, I guess I should put it in the prompt. Yeah, I should do that. Anyways, so how do we want to? One sec.
Mhm. It'd be cool if it could like, I don't know how this would work, but like give you tips while you're prompting of
Yeah.
like how to ask it or phrase something.
So I pasted a link, and then so just copy that whole message I sent, and then like
Okay.
hit Shift Enter twice, or yeah, and then just say use this for sending the file to ChatGPT, or just use this for sending the file to use this for sending the file to ChatGPT. Yeah, this belongs in our prompt. Great.
Okay. Send.
Send. I think we have a comment actually. If we tell the okay, this is a great question. If we tell it the exact fix, will it remember? And I think what this is about is when I mention that the AI will like if we make a fix on the code directly, it'll like rewrite its version. It'll like overwrite our fix.
Mhm.
And I think Kamal is right that if you instead of making the fix directly, if you ask AI to make the fix, then it won't overwrite the fix. Yeah.
Do you have to directly tell it the fix or can it like diagnose and fix it itself?
Yeah, that too. I think we've just noticed that if you're having a conversation with AI and they're like, I guess, yeah, think about it like this. Imagine you and I are having a conversation and there are like a bunch of back and forths. And every time you respond to me, let's say like there are 11 back and forths, you have to read
Mhm.
um, 11 copies of the same app in their entirety. It's like 300 lines. You have to read 300 lines over and over and over again, and they're like these imperceptible differences. It's you just
Mhm.
get lost in the noise. That's why I keep having you like start a new chat. And so
Mm.
what we're experimenting with in the product is like, what if we don't even send? What if we on the back end implicitly start a new chat every time? What if we don't? What if we don't send all the context every time? What if we only send here's the code, here's what the user asked for, and we essentially strip everything up before. And the
Yeah.
more I use this, the more I'm like, because the downside is like if you're like, wait a second, like the app seems to have forgotten things I told it before. That's the other side of it. If we don't send all
Mm.
that context. Anyways, prompt engineering. It's a wild
I'm
new.
like trying to think of some helpful idea, but all I can think of is like maybe just reframe or rephrasing it to like
Yeah, yeah,
clear cache or something.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Okay,
okay,
so
what did I
it
just do?
so you asked it to do a thing and it rewrote the code and it seems like there's a bug somewhere. I think I know where the bug is. Go to the code. I've done this enough times. Go to the top, all the way up, and yep, there's the bug. So let's just have it fix the bug. Say uh, in diff, import OpenAI only on the server.
Import OpenAI only on the server. Is that right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's right. There's a chance that this might not work, but yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let's try uploading a dog.
Okay. All right. What dogs do we have? Let's try this one again.
Will it be at the bottom? Maybe, yeah.
Uh,
Oh
Look
my
at that!
God. No freaking way.
Amazing!
That's magic.
Okay, so it can clearly identify. Can I just um can I like ask it when I upload to like I'm like, how can we like have a cute little moment of like you upload the photo and it's like this is a breed
Mm.
instead of like having to click into the metadata.
You could say that like after the upload is complete, or like
Show the uploaded photo with identified
or like just go right to the modal of the uploaded thing.
in the
Mm.
modal.
You know what you could say? Like I feel like now that it has all the pieces in place, I think
Yeah.
you could talk to it like a designer. You could say, um, like, let's make the loading state and the successful identification of a dog more interesting. Like, let's like guide the user through it, and
Ooh, okay.
that kind of
Can
thing.
you make the upload and identification of
Mm.
a dog breed more interesting? Like that? I can just say that?
Yeah, like let's celebrate or um like display the yeah, and also like have a good loading state and take the user to the dog and breed when we're done, and then copy this message and start a new chat and paste it in there.
Can you make the upload and identification of a dog breed more interesting? Let's make it more fun and celebratory. Also add a loading state and show the dog breed. Show the dog breed
Show the
modal?
dog. Yeah, great. Show them
Dog.
the modal one time. Perfect. Cool.
My favorite prompt to try with the different AI tools is literally just to say, make it cuter
Yes,
and see what
that's great.
happens. So I'm going to try that next.
Nice. We on the team, we our favorite is make it juicier. Juicy comes from I know it sounds dirty. Juice and
Oh no, I'm just
juicier.
like, that's cute.
Oh, you're into it. Yeah, I thought it just sounds weird. But it's from video game, like when things are like animaty and
Mhm.
like if you hover over a button and it like animates big, that's or like
Mm.
sound effects or juice, like
Yeah.
anything just like extra is juice.
Oh, interesting. I immediately thought of like, I don't know, bubble letters.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to try that too.
Yeah, make it cuter, make it juicier. Yeah.
Like what I wanted from these tools was to look at this. I'm so distracted. Okay. Um, so I'm gonna upload sniffing. That's so cute.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
So yeah, yeah, go for it.
just hit fix it. Okay.
Okay, so it's going to try a diff, which may or may not succeed. It's faster, it's already done. Up there you
Mm-hmm.
go. Yeah, it made an error. So what
Yeah.
I will recommend is let's go back to yeah. So now we're in a weird state. Like I'm just thinking from a product perspective. Like you're in a tough spot right now. Uh, like
Is it because
anyways,
like fixing it is not clicking fix it is not going to work?
it might work, but it's like going to take a while. And like,
Hmm.
is it going to fix the bug? Yeah. So I think what we want to do is scroll up to the top, and
Like all the way to the top.
um, I want to not. Yeah, I'm gonna go to version 12. So go to version 12, hit revert, click revert, and then okay, and then now start a new chat and say, uh, let's see, after. Actually, upload the dog and
Oh, like upload the photo again.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then let's so don't click on fix it. Go to the
Hmm.
console and like let's look at the error ourselves. Um,
The console.
oh yeah, right click, inspect element.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And then copy that whole error message, including
This
the
one.
lines. Yeah. Perfect. So say like after it identified the breed, I get this error message, reply with full working code, no diffs.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. So I think that this gives it like the best chance of like thinking through the bug and fixing on its own. Like we could go in or like I
Mm,
could go in and like help you actually fix the bug as a human,
yeah.
but hopefully this is enough context and the AI is smart enough to
Yes.
fix it for us.
I unfortunately won't always have a pocket Steve to help me. So
Yeah,
let's see.
exactly. Yeah, so I feel like much of what this call is about is me filling in for the AI. Like I like ideal what we all want is you and the AI to be able to do this without me here.
Hmm.
Um, so
Yeah, I was just thinking like it's a tough problem because people don't really read. So like there's all this stuff being written here that I'm sure is like very helpful, but I don't actually read it. And so I was gonna say like it'd be cool if I could like learn what while
mm,
doing this, but
mhm. You're learning a lot, I think.
I guess yeah. I guess I am learning. But it's like how can the like if you weren't here, how could I learn through the product? I don't know.
Mm. Yeah,
It's a lot of
that's
reading, I
true.
guess. Okay. Okay, let me try again.
Yep. Come on, come on. Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, so this is different.
Different. You go to requests and oh, sorry, at the bottom right, requests. And then, okay, cool. Upload error, syntax error. Let's click on that. Cool. Great. Oh, okay. Okay. I have an idea of what's happening now. Man, this requires so much context. So I think everything's basically working, but what happened is that when we asked OpenAI or ChatGPT to identify the dog breed,
Yeah.
well, actually, it returned its data in a format that our code wasn't expecting. That's I can tell you, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, but why
How do I
is
know
it not
that?
working? No, like why is it not working this time, but the previous time it worked to surface the breed?
AI is non-deterministic, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So like sometimes it'll get it right, sometimes it'll get it wrong. There is a new mode. Okay, so ChatGPT is trained to be a chatbot and like respond in text, but
Mm-hmm.
but we want it to respond with a dog breed, and that is it. No extra words. We don't want to be like, oh, sure, I'll identify this dog breed, and the dog is a Iberian Husky. We just want
Mm-hmm.
we just want Husky or whatever, a golden retriever.
Yeah.
We just want that. And so, how do you so? But it's hard. But OpenAI and a bunch of these other models recently released a mode where you could say like, I want this exact structure, and it will
Mm-hmm.
guarantee that it will give you that exact structure you ask for.
Mm.
So we could try that. Another technique that's really easy. So what is happening here looks like is that um I have a feeling we can go look, we can confirm this in the code. We're asking ChatGPT to give us the dog breed in a JSON object, in a JSON
Mm-hmm.
format. And what it's doing is you see back at the top of this error, it says upload error, syntax error, expected token, whatever, but what got like backtick JSON.
Mm-hmm.
That's OpenAI saying like, you asked me for JSON, here's the JSON that you want. It's like giving us, like, we asked for JSON, it's like, okay, here's the JSON, and then it gives the JSON. Like, we want to strip out backtick JSON.
Oh,
So it's so close. It's just like a little bit extra. And so
I see.
it's such a common error that I found that you can get really far by just stripping out backtick JSON, and at the end
Mm-hmm.
will be another 3 backticks. So you could say, so just copy backtick JSON and say, sometime oh, don't paste it yet. Start a new chat again, yet again, and say, there's a bug that sometimes ChatGPT will respond with code fences, with JSON fences. So be sure to strip out any, and then paste, and then space, and type the word and then space, and then backtick.
Forgot which one's backtick.
It's to the left of the one.
There we go. Okay. Let's get, I have a new keyboard. I promise. I've typed before. Okay. Sent.
Great. Yeah, backticks, they're a funny one. I remember when I learned what the backtick key was. It's like really for program. Oh my God, that is so weird. That's so funny. It
Oh,
totally,
it
yeah, it totally
included.
misunderstood us. It thinks we're talking about it. We're like, Townie thinks we're complaining about it responding in this way, but we're trying to tell Townie, no,
Oh.
like ChatGPT in the code, like, yeah. Anyway, so copy your message again and start a new chat, or actually, you know what? It's fine. We could do it here. We say, you can just clarify. No, I mean the ChatGPT API call in the code. Okay, amazing. Yes, it's doing it in a diff. I think it's simple enough for that to work. All right, let's try another upload.
Okay.
Come on. Yay!
Cute. Wait, amazing. Cute, 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 cute. Okay, question. If I prompted it to do like X, Y, Z, and it worked well, and I don't want it to change anything, is there a way for me to be like, okay, X, Y, and Z jobs were done, so keep that, and then anything new we add like doesn't change that stuff? Does that make sense?
Yeah. You want to like freeze some part of it.
Yeah, like how can I provide feedback of like what is working well and we don't want to change it? I don't know if that's something interesting.
It's an excellent question. And it's like it gets to like the fundamental problem with Townie and like Valtown and in general, I think. So right now, this whole app and most Valtown Townie apps are in one long file. So you could go to the code and scroll down to the bottom to see how many lines. It's probably like 500 lines at this point in one long file. And like it would be awesome if you could say like only edit this part and then it would only edit that part. But a lot of features touch the front end, the back end, and the CSS. So it needs to like make edits to multiple parts. And it'll try and do that in a diff, but sometimes it'll get it wrong. So I have to regenerate the whole file. And then it's like writing everything from scratch. So it might just like change a bunch of things subtly. So it's really hard to isolate like this should be frozen, that should be frozen. What would be awesome is if you could take out parts and say like, actually, let's take out this whole, let's abstract to like a scoped component and let's put that somewhere else and really get it out of the AI's field of view. You'd be like, all right, that's over there. Let's just work on this other thing. So it really can't even look at it or touch it. That's kind of what we need. And so we at Valtown are working on multi-val projects, kind of like multiple files. So and you can copy and paste parts of this val into another val and then import those functionalities into this val, and then the AI won't be able to touch them. So the short answer to your question is that if there are parts of this that we can make into a component, we can copy and paste them into another val, import them into this val, and then AI will only work on one val at a time. So they will be effectively frozen.
Okay, that makes sense. For I don't know who's listening or what, but it reminds me of an After Effects. You can like you have all of these different elements, and then you can like pre-compose them, and it sort of like packages it and then keeps it as it is.
Or like in Figma, you can like make a group.
Yeah.
Group ungroup.
Cool. Okay. I feel like that's
we got
the pieces.
Yeah, we got the basic pieces.
Yeah.
The next, obviously, there's like I'm sure a ton of styling work you'd want to do.
What do you mean? Looks so good.
and then
the
like
account piece.
Yeah, we can do that. I guess what we could do in this call is like really get the core functionality working, and then you'll have like a version with all the core functionality working, and then you can go off and work on the styles. And if you ever get stuck, you can be like, oh, like version 17, all the pieces were working in version 17. So you can always go back to it, and then you can live in more designer land. So so we could add, I think, definitely the login we'll do. That'll be easy. And then the next piece is like your whole structure of like the first time you find like the Pokedex structure.
Yeah.
In some sense, that's like just like another layer on top, and so it's like not like functionality in the sense that this other stuff is, but
Mhm.
unfortunately there is some like hidden complexities there that I want to like
Mm.
surface for you and like maybe work out like some part of that.
Okay.
um, I think the way to do it, so let's first do logins because hopefully that'll be real quick. And
Mhm.
a side effect of the login system will be that it'll like wipe all these. It won't wipe all these images, but it will like when you log in with your account, there will be like no images in your account. So it'll be
Yeah.
like a clean slate, which I think will be nice. And then on
Yes.
top of that clean slate, we can do like the Pokedex stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. All right. Let me send you another link to
It's
Eval.
another helper function
You
or
got it.
okay.
Um, so yeah, go to that link. Um, all right. So click show more. And then those instructions were designed to be copy and pastable into LLM. So just copy all those bullets. Great. And then start a new chat and say, let's add user accounts. Um, save the images and metadata in a subfolder under the user's email address in blob storage. So people can only view their own stuff. Whatever. I think that's probably enough. And then just hit enter twice and then paste and then send it off.
So when you say a subfolder under the user's email, so is the stuff that I just copied and pasted setting it up so that there will now be a user account structure in blob storage, whereas before it was just a big list?
Um, the uh, the combination of the first thing you said and the second thing you said is yes, is that we will now have so, okay. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to answer your question. I'll just tell you. I'll answer it kind of different. Um,
Okay.
so what the bottom stuff does is it'll put a big fat. It shows your app how to add a big fat like login with Google button into the app.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh, okay. Why don't you? Oh, it's interesting. It's interesting that Townie didn't detect this error. Oh, it's still writing code. Interesting. Click on code.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll to the bottom. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Weird. There are so many wonderful bugs for my team to see. I feel like I need. Oh wow. Yeah. Go back to the code. Um,
Okay.
interesting. So yeah, that's just a fascinating bug where for some reason on line 251 it like tried to run the code even though it wasn't done, and we could see that it was still going. And then yeah, I think I have a sense of where this bug is from. I will give it to my CTO.
Okay.
Anyways, scroll up and well, let's see if we can recover the rest of the code or maybe not. So scroll up on the left and go
Mm.
to click on version 17. Yeah, click on that. Scroll to the bottom of that. Yep, it ends early. Damn. All right, well, I guess yeah, we have no choice but to let it regenerate everything from scratch. So go back.
Back. And then do I
Yeah, copy that whole thing.
this whole thing?
Yeah. And then start a new chat.
Okay.
And do it again. Unfortunately, what I think to just to protect ourselves is that the next time it's almost done, you should try and copy and paste it all and save it somewhere. Oh my goodness, it's trying to do it in a diff. Um, all right. Yeah, this is
I am lost. I don't know what's happening.
It's trying to just make the little changes instead of regenerating everything, which is ambitious, but it's almost done. So we'll let it try.
And is your concern just like the time that it takes to redo it all, or the fact that there's like more errors?
My concern is that it's not able to. It made an error. It was like, just change this, change this, change this. But like the way that it wrote what changes should be made, it lost track of what it was doing, and
Oh,
it just made an error. So,
okay.
oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I think I know what's going on. So, click on upload photo at the title. Go to the app.
Sorry, where am I?
Click on the title of the thread, and then click go to.
Oh,
Click on view details, and then
details.
And then versions.
Versions.
And then scroll down to like version 16, and then click revert. Great. Cool. And then let's start a new Townie chat. Edit with Townie.
Wait, no?
Just hit the back button and then click edit with Townie on the right.
Right, sorry. I
on
go
the
back
right.
here?
No. Where you are, on the right, there's a
Oh,
button.
edit with Townie. Okay.
Nice. Yep. And then, okay, whatever. And then click, start new chat, and then paste in the instructions one last time. Great. Okay, cool. Okay, great. It's doing the full code. This time when it gets close to the end of the CSS, when it's in the CSS, we'll, you know what we could do? Yeah, once it's, move your mouse to the left. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, once it starts writing CSS, that's when we'll like try and like copy it all into a safe place. Because we can always like fix the CSS later.
Oh, I see. So even while it's
Oops, yeah, okay, so it's going to do the same bug, so we got to go back and quickly copy it. Scroll to the bottom. Cool. Okay, almost ready. Okay, yeah, so try and copy all this. Maybe control all, or just try that. Great. But hurry.
Oh no.
Go back. Control all and copy. You just Command A and Command C.
Wait, can I do that within here?
No, quickly. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god, I'm so stressed. Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
Copy. Command C.
Copy.
Great. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's gonna do the bug again. I have a good idea of what the bug is.
Did it just stop? Is it okay now?
No, I'm pretty confident it's going to do its buggy thing. Okay, so now what I want you to do is go back to the view details of the val, and then revert to the previous version. Let's see. I go to versions.
So go to 18?
Yeah, revert to 18. Oop, and then copy and paste. So like delete everything above the CSS and then hit paste. And so hopefully everything will work, and then there'll be some like CSS missing. Wow, so embarrassing. So many bugs.
I still think it's just magical that I can type stuff. And things will happen. Okay,
That's it.
so
Yeah, preview.
save, preview.
Okay. Yeah. This is good. It means that like the authentication piece is working. So now hit edit with Townie, start a new chat, and say, we need a good landing page for when users are logged out so that they can log in.
For Dog-E-Dex when users are logged out so that they can.
Great. Can you scroll down a bit? Interesting. Okay,
Keep
cool.
scrolling.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's doing it in
Okay.
diff, which I think is healthy. Okay, come on, please let this diff work. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just hit try again. Or yeah, that's fine. Man, frustrating.
Sorry. I swear, I've tried this before. Well, no, I haven't tried the account thing before, but I didn't hit bugs the last time.
Yeah. We refactored the way Townie works to make it less buggy, and of course there are new bugs in the new way of doing things. And the new way of doing things, it's there's just so many moving. It's crazy how many moving pieces there are. So we're streaming in code from the back end, and maybe stupidly, I requested this feature for my team that as soon as the code is done generating, let's it made the same mistake as last time.
And then the mistake is around.
Sorry. Can you do the copy trick? Can you try and do that real quick?
Yeah.
So why don't you start at the top and do the bottom?
Okay, here.
Wait, that works great. Okay, cool. Hit copy, and then on the
and then go to the details.
Maybe go back and then just hit like stop. No, there's no stop button anymore. Yeah, man, my team has to watch this whole video. There are so many
Watch
bugs.
all 10 hours of this.
Okay. Yeah.
So now go to
yeah, exactly. Details. And then revert, and then
versions. It'd be nice if there's like a little.
I know.
Little table of contents thing. Okay, so revert. Okay. And then code?
Yeah, you got it. Not your first rodeo.
Okay. Paste.
Preview. Okay, cool. That's fine. Go to code and go up to the top. It like try to get a dog image for you. Oh yeah, it's just at the top, like dog image.
This one?
Yeah. So why don't you just go to click edit with Townie and say like remove the dog image import and instead use AI to generate a dog image. Please do this in diff. No, hit stop on the bottom, and then say like, please do it in diff.
Why is it preferable to do it in diff versus over here?
It's a small change, and I don't want to wait for.
I see.
It's a small change, and I want to wait for 500 lines of code, and then it would do that bug again because I think the bug is related to like the amount of code. Okay, great. So I think Townie is just like stuck. It's just too much code. So click the code button. I'll just help you fix the error myself. And then scroll up to the top and delete the dog import. Yeah, great. And then delete one more time, and then Control F for dog import. Command F. Yeah.
Dog import.
Yep. Try again.
Oh.
Click next. Okay, maybe it wasn't even used. Just click preview. Maybe that's all it needed. Weird. Scroll down to the server part of the code.
Scroll down to the server part of the code. Oh,
Click
here.
on, yeah.
Okay. Is it this stuff? Return?
Keep going. No, keep going down. Cool. Yeah. Keep going. List view. Okay, that looks fine. Scroll up to the top of the server part. That's
Did I pass it?
Yeah, that's the React component. Like that's app, and then the server. Yeah, the server part. Keep going. It's where we start defining the handler. So yeah, right there on line 231. Okay, cool. So if there's no email, it returns unauthorized, which is not at all what we want. We
want it to surface the login screen.
Exactly. Yeah. So
okay.
Why don't you hit start new chat and then copy and paste that section and say like, we don't want this. We want to show the login screen, or yeah, we want to show the landing page.
Okay.
That's a little higher.
Higher. Okay.
Or maybe.
Oh, here. This.
Yeah. We don't want
this whole thing, or just this.
Just that.
Just that. Okay.
Like this prevents us from seeing the login screen. Yeah. Why don't you write that?
If does using a quote mess it up?
No, don't put quotes. Just paste it and then new line, and then like this prevents us from viewing the login screen. And then say reply in diff, and then say like be as concise as humanly possible.
As concise as humanly possible.
Okay, just deleted those lines. Cool. Yeah, great. Fix it.
Fix it. Okay.
Oh, interesting. So there was a dog image. That's weird. Okay. We might, if this doesn't, yeah, let's, yeah, that's fine. Click fix it. Maybe that'll work. Okay. Let's go back to the version right before it says dog breed is undefined. So scroll up. Oh, I don't know what number that is. So yeah, scroll up. Keep going. Yeah, scroll up. Oh, okay, cool. Right there, version 27. So yeah. Revert. Okay, so now we need to find that dog image. And if you scroll up to version 27 on the left, it'll tell you what line it's being used. Oh no, it doesn't tell us. That's a bummer. Okay, so yeah, Command F. Oh, actually, I think it's on the landing page. So just scroll down to the landing page. It's not that far from where you are. Keep going. Cool. All right, random dog image. So delete. Scroll up a little bit more. Oh yeah. Delete that line. You got it. Line 78.
Line 78.
Cool. And then a little higher, you have to delete line 60.
Line 60. But leave this part?
Yes.
Okay.
We're getting rid of the random dog. We got rid of the import, but we have to get rid of like all the references to the import. Anyways, hit preview. Okay.
Great.
Please work. Try to log in. Oh, It won't let you do it in an it won't let you log in an iframe because Google doesn't let
Oh,
you. Yeah, but anyways, go to a new. Oh, I should warn you before you do this. Do you want your email? If you want your email address to be private, then open it up in a new window. Yeah, there's a pretty strong risk that you're going to leak your email address here. So what I would recommend is, yeah, open it up in a new tab and then drag that tab to a new window, and then do the login
okay.
there, and then bring it back.
Oh, hold on. Wait, so now I have it here.
Oh, well, there's your email address anyways.
Oh, okay, it's fine. People can email me. That's fine.
So if you
Wait,
refresh
but I
the
want it to
page,
be in here.
yeah, refresh the
Oh,
page.
okay.
I think it'll now know who you are.
Okay, yeah, whatever. That's fine. Yay! Cool. Okay, so now I can go. Should I just ignore this error here?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Hopefully
So
it doesn't stop us.
can upload a
Come on.
picture.
Yay!
Awesome.
Almost.
Yay! Almost. I'm so close. So close. Why is it not loading?
Interesting. It has 2 of them.
Huh. Should I do the inspect?
Yeah, and see what the console says. That's a great idea.
Inspect console. Failed to load resource.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you can click on the images. Remember like the button to the left of the elements? Yeah. Okay, so let's if you could click on that. Basically, if you could command plus a bunch of times so I could see what that URL looks like.
Oh, yes.
And then click on the image again. Yeah. Okay, so there's your email address. Then, oh, interesting. So it's using the metadata as the image. That doesn't make sense, right? Oh, interesting. So you uploaded one photo, but there are two things here.
Oh. Wait, what?
So you uploaded one photo, but there are 2 things in the list, you see?
Oh, yes.
And look, one of them is the image and the other one is the metadata for the image. So it's misinterpreting.
Oh.
It doesn't realize that like one's. So I still don't know why the image isn't loading, but I do know why the metadata isn't loading as an image because it's not an image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will close this and
start a new chat and say like be sure to not render the metadata as an image. Well, actually, I'm realizing. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, be sure to not render the metadata as an image. And if it doesn't do, okay, it's doing a diff. If it wasn't going to do a diff, then we would have stopped it and asked it to. Okay, scroll up to on the left to the diff part. Okay, and scroll down a little bit and then scroll to the right. I want to read this filter. If it starts with metadata, I see. Why don't you great. So if you can go into the code and find that line, or actually we'll just ask Townie, just say use includes instead of starts with.
do I use quotes or?
No, it's fine.
Use includes instead of starts with.
Yeah. I think it's just making a little mistake with its filtering, and hopefully this will get us to one image. Come on. Yes. Okay, so we're at one image.
Nice.
So and why don't you click on it? All right. Okay, so now we just have to fix the image loading, and I think it's that bug we fixed before. I think it added it back in. That's my dearest hope. you remember that bug where we had to like
Oh, where
delete
it has to just say photo.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
so scroll up to like view. Okay, great, right there. Scroll a little bit down. Cool.
Here?
Yeah,
No, oh wait,
it
return
is.
photo?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it is returning the photo. Okay. What might be the issue then? Yeah, okay, go back to the preview and oh, you know what we could do? Go to your blob admin. Let's look there.
Here, refresh.
Okay, so put your email address in there for the search, or just the beginning of your email address. Great, and then search. Okay, cool. So scroll down. Oh, I think it took it away. You may have hit the button twice. I don't know.
Oh.
Try again. Search. Okay, cool. So that looks really. Oh, look at that. That's weird. It has your. Oh, it has the metadata, like it's very duplicative. It's like the file name twice, kind of, with metadata in the middle. It's a very weird format that it came up with. So it's like not terribly confusing that it got confused. But anyways,
is it something where I should edit it here?
No, it's fine. Just click on the image. It looks like it uploaded correctly. It looks like it has the key. Yeah. Yeah. That looks like an image. Go back to the preview in the code, or yeah, go back to the Townie preview of your app, and then let's look at the URL structure. If you could just right click on the image and open in a new tab.
Open image in new tab.
That does look like the key, right? Copy the key into your blob storage search, and let's like just make sure it's the exact same.
This is the key?
The whole thing is the key after the word
this
equal.
Whole thing.
Oh no, sorry. After the equal sign. Yep.
Okay.
Paste that in there.
And then
hit the back button. Yeah, the refresh. Yeah. Search. All right, so that is the key. One idea. One idea is that the @ symbol is throwing it off. That's like. So here. I don't have a great idea. Yeah, go back to your app and then go to the console, and let's see what the error message is about, like why it can't show the photo. Hit the put your mouse where console is, and then put your mouse a little left and then down. There's like a clear. Oh, sorry. There's another console button all the way at the top.
Oh.
Left and down. Oh no, underneath there and then to the right. That's a clear button. So just like, great, and then press the refresh button on the left. Yeah. And then go back to console. Oh, I don't think you actually pressed it. Try again, the refresh button.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so, okay, great. We're getting an error. Perfect. So now go to your requests. It's like it's directly in the center of your screen.
Oh, there.
Okay, and then that's the one. That should, click on that. Scroll down. Okay, cool. Blob not found error. Okay. Now we know where the issue is. For some reason, the key is getting jangled, and maybe it's the URL encoding of things. It's maybe the @ sign. So, why don't you say, strip out the, actually, say URL encode the key. Encode the key. Reply in div. Okay, let's see. Yeah, click on request to make that go away. Scroll down. Okay, let's try uploading a new photo, and maybe this new one with a new encoding scheme will work. Come on. Nope. Still.
It seems like it's the same error
Yeah,
still.
click on that link. Yeah, click on that.
This one.
Yep. Or like right click on the image and like I want to see the URL structure again.
Does this count? Or do I close this and then?
Yeah, that one, sure.
Wait, this one. Open image.
Failed to retrieve. Okay, cool. %40. Okay, so I'm glad we. So yeah, copy that key into your blob admin and see if something with that exact key is in there.
No.
No. Okay, cool.
Oh,
So like go back to the code and be like, and just say like be sure to URL decode on the server. All right. Yeah, reply in diff or something. Whatever, it's fine. Hopefully it will reply in diff. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Hopefully this works. Scroll down. Come on. Oh, try one last time uploading.
okay.
And then I guess I could let you go. I could try doing some more debugging on my own. Yeah.
Oh no.
Bummer.
It worked for a little bit.
Yeah, well the email address added like a new dimension to the URL scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you hit start new start new chat and then say I have a hard bug for you to solve. The encoding of the blob key that's being saved is not matching what's being retrieved. I want you to think really hard about a better URL scheme for saving the photos and their metadata. And then reply in diff, making sure to update all places where we have the key name. Great. Give it a go.
How does it help to say, I have a hard bug for you to solve?
If you scroll up on the left, what I want is this like whole thinking section. I want it to like really like as a human, like we spent 40 minutes in FigJam like thinking through stuff.
Yeah.
It's important to tell the model to like take its time and think through what it's going to do first.
Oh.
So yeah. All right. So one last try. Choose a file and let's go.
Fingers crossed.
Dun, 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 dun. No.
Ooh. It has a breathe though. But
Yeah. All right. Scroll up again. Let's see what it said. What it did. We've modified. Scroll over to the right. Key. Search brands. Key. Okay. Scroll up a little bit. Okay. Why don't you say? Oh, let's start a new. Yeah, but copy that message you have about the bug. And then start a new chat.
Oh
my God, that's so funny.
Start a new chat. Okay.
And then say, yeah, paste that. And then let's add in, I'm worried. You could say it was working before we added email addresses into the naming scheme. This bug has been resistant to quick fixes, so comprehensively re-architect. Okay, great.
Good. Okay. Let's see. It's very interesting to hear how you prompt.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
I will not guess that, like, I don't know, those elements would change what it does.
Yeah, I know. I learned to prompt from some very smart people. Now the problem is, will it be able to generate a valid diff? And so normally I'd say like, oh, we could just regenerate all the code and we'll have to wait like 2 minutes. But there's a bug in Valtown now where it can't generate more than 250 lines of code. So that's not viable. So now we're kind of stuck.
I mean, I feel like the overall learning here is this app idea is much more complicated than I thought it was.
Yeah, totally. If you could scroll up to the diff that it got wrong on the left, keep going up. We might be able to do this by hand. Let me see. Keep going up. How many changes are there? Yeah, this is a lot to do. You could say, so why don't you copy the message we sent, start a new chat, and then let's just add make the smallest diff you possibly can. Okay. Yikes.
Smallest diff so that we don't run into the 250 line limit.
No, actually. What remember at the end of the last generation we did, it said like patch failed to apply. That's the error I'm trying. Yeah, this is the error that I'm trying to avoid. If you click the try again button, then we'll run into the 250 line bug.
I see.
So right now we're like in between. You're stuck in between two bad Val10 bugs.
Oh no. Well, glad I caught it with this and not something else.
So I guess unfortunately it's a sad place to end, but we might want to end here.
Yeah.
Because we're well over 2 hours. So anyways, thank you for doing this. I had a lot of fun. Hope you did too.
It was really fun. Sorry about the bugs, but I feel like I learned a lot about just how to think about this problem and how to like prompt and like talk with Valtown. So it was still very helpful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I will I'll follow up with we'll fix all those bugs and I'll send you a working version of the app up to where we are now. So it'll save images. You'll be able to see the images scope to a user with the breeds and everything. I think from there, you know what I may also do for you? I'll maybe try and extract out separate components. So so then you'll have 3 vals, and instead of one val that's 700 lines, it'll be 3 vals that are each 300 lines, and then you can work on them independently. So we get back to that freezing idea you
Yeah.
mentioned before. So you can get a part looking how you want, and then go work on another part, and you don't have to worry about like I'll put the homepage in its own val. You can just make the homepage look exactly how you want, and then when
Hmm.
you go to edit another val, you won't have to worry about that. It's over on the side.
Yeah, yeah, that would be awesome.
Cool. All right. So
Cool.
I have some
All right.
homework to do for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Yeah. So
Bye.
fun. Bye. So I'm